Yes, bro! We have come back with an episode 2 of Tablet Talks. I am your author, your host, Tehuti with the booty, aka Chickatet Benevet. You can benefit from the art we're about to put out. I'm not about to start rapping like this is a present. We're just going to stay in the present moment because everything's a gift, right? We're a gift to ourselves. We're a gift to the environment around us. I personally have given so many gifts to the world that people like to colonize them and turn them into traps and act like they're gifts. And that is what this series is about. I did not expect it would get this deep. I really didn't. Like, for real. As in, when I started Tablet Talks, it was just because from Cosmic Conversations, I was getting questions from people about if I could actually translate my tablets then, because they're listening to them and I'm saying different things. And only makes sense because that was on my mind anyway. It was just a matter of time. So we're here in episode 2, where I am now about to decode a tablet that is written by someone who's claiming to be me. Like, surely, like, claiming to be me here in the same timeline that we're in. I want you to know there's just one of me. And it's comedy, actually. Because we're going to get to see, like, the real marks of a demon. So we're going to look at creators versus consumers and how you can really tell the difference of a creator versus a consumer. This person that claims to be me, Thoth Charles, like this tablet, Emerald Tablet, Keys of Life and Death, Unlock the Door, by Thoth Charles and Thoth the Atlantean. Like, they're literally just colonizing me and acting like they're me and I came back. And it's pretty wild. We're actually going to look at the biography of this person on Amazon real quick, because my name is Chase Clarence Calloway. And specifically, a big part of my awakening was realizing that I communicate and converse a lot about things like colonialism, Christianity, climate change, just creation in general. And I was noticing how synchronicities, even synchronicity can start with a C, which is why I made an album called Synchronicity, of my realization of how the C is the 3 and how that's really helped in me developing the number of things as well. C3 being the air. Air is what water looks like. And air is all about communication. Water is 2. Water is feeling. Water, when you add 2 plus 1, that 1 being the imagination, you are now feeling, you're adding the imagination to that feeling of wanting to connect, which means you're now communicating your imagination. And that's the whole point of air. So the whole universe is air, the observable universe, the all one realm, so to speak, because that is all the externalization of spirit. There's the internalization of spirit, there's spirit itself, and then there's the externalization of spirit. We can just say 3 realms. So the air and earth realm are the externalization of spirit. We talked about that when I decoded the last tablets, when it was talking about Hermes mastering this. And it's all this understanding that I'm talking about right now, of knowing that air and earth are just the externalization of fire and water. And fire and water are created by the spirit to experience itself in general. But because the spirit is internal in general, the spirit experiencing itself is internal. So we got to go a step further and communicate that we want to connect with other spirits that are not us. Hence why we're here. Then it just becomes a whole thing of colonialism. Because then you get spirits who are in this all one world where we're all creating life together constantly by uniting our thoughts and feelings from our internal worlds, from the spirit realm where no one can touch us because we're all just individual spaces that cannot touch until we create bodies because we feel like being touched. Then you get spirits who just want to colonize and take stuff that is full of wisdom and meant to help others because they want to trap the minds of whoever for whatever reason. And that's just warfare forever. It's like you can't make a spirit not have a messed up imagination. So if, a spirit has an imagination that they want to steal everything that people love, and then use it to enslave them, then they're about to try and do that. And then it's just kind of like up to the awareness of that spirit and then the other spirits that are in the body of water around it. And now we just have communication, and this is life, right? This is why wild, crazy things can just happen in your life any day, because it's just a micro of the macro. There's no one God deciding everything. And one God deciding everything would be you in your internal realm. So every spirit is the ultimate God in their internal realm, deciding everything. It's just then, once they decide to connect with other gods, then it's like these gods create simulations, create worlds that have laws of physics, and so to say, they just have certain rules, judgments, earth realm laws that ground the way that we express our freedom, so that we don't impinge upon anyone else. That's why, perhaps, people don't necessarily have superpowers in the way they would want to yet, because perhaps people are not mentally equipped to know how to not impinge on other people's freedoms with their extra abilities. So, looking at this person is literally claiming to be me. It's amazing. So, when we're talking about the C, the fact that they need to use the last name Cha rules is comedy to me. It's even more comedy with me being Chase, that this person's name basically comes down to Jesus Chase, aka Jace. So this person that's claiming to be me is named Jace Thoth Charles. So let's just, before we get into the tablet, because now we're going to see how wise he is, he's saying he's Thoth. We're going to look at this biography real quick. About Thoth Charles, an emissary of Alcyon. Alcyon entity and origins. Thoth Charles, sovereign ruler and citizen of Alcyon, a 12th dimension higher spirit entity being, also translates as Thoth Octavius or Thoth Octave. Thoth Charles is a subject to Alcyon, universal law of the divine. You see this? You see this already? See what they're trying to get you lost in with my name? Insane. Insane. So when I know that I'm creating things from my internal spiritual space as an individual, and I'm working with other individuals to do that, for them to colonize my text and then act like that I came back and I'm posing myself as yes, Thoth is sovereign ruler and citizen of Alcyon, and he is subject to universal law, the divine. And it's like, what law? What are you talking? That's a desire. Law is a desire. That's just getting lost in light. A law is lost. See how this is the same frequency to be lost in the law? It's just being lost in light, in details, in shit that's made up. This is made up. Let's read it. Because it's if this is real, it's real, but it's made up real. It doesn't matter to you. I'm not going to come to a realm just talking about myself for no reason. And that's so ugly. Thoth Charles or Thoth Octave and Thoth Octavius falls under Alcyon law in all regards, under all jurisdiction among the cosmos, pass under the divine universal law of Alcyon Sovereignty. Alcyon law can only be challenged by the ruler of Alcyon. Who writes like this? This is an AI. Straight up, this is an AI writing. This isn't even good grammar in any way, shape, or form. Alcyon 12th dimension Octavius. It's not Octavius, that's what I was trying to say. to the constellation of Taurus. Okay, I'm a Taurus. Here's some truth. Love Taurus. Taurus. Among the Pleiades family. Right. Alcyon is primordially made of water. Life is water. Everything is water. Bro. I really cannot be standing or sitting or flying or anything in between for this. Like, whatever the frequency of involved is, that's what I must get into. But like, to sit by and let people think this is me, and it's like they're really riding like the frequency of like who I am just a little, like weaponizing truth just enough. Jace. Wild. Alcyon entity, all account definition aspects. Oh, all citizens of Alcyon are feminine and masculine or male and female. They flow under the divine universal law of Alcyon Sovereignty. They're just really pushing this law. Like, this is lost light law. Like, this is wild. Like, when I read this first, I was just like bewildered, but now that I'm reading this again for you, like, this is just straight up the colonialism that I'm talking about. Like, it kind of like flew over my head before because I was just like, it's so much logic. Like, I was blinded, literally, of just like questioning, like, what is this? All this light, like, what are these things? Like, oh, my eyes. Shit. The fuck? Thoth Charles acts under the Alcyon law of water when visiting universal neighboring worlds, providing the fundamental aspect of water which makes up their primal manifestation of their essence. This is lostness. What? I don't write like that. Like, this is literally like not valuable. Definition. This is an AI. What does that mean? What? Definition. Thoth Charles, upon visiting a neighboring planet Gaia, takes on the form, i.e. Pisces sun, with a physical manifestation aspect made of 80% water, and the natural aspect of the visiting world, i.e. Gaia takes on the form, i.e. Capricorn rising, fulfilling all Alcyon laws of divine universal travel. What is that? Alcyon laws of universal travel? No such thing. Made up. Don't believe in that. You are the universe. How dare they? Like, actually, how dare they? That's insane, bro. I'm so mad. I'm so glad I'm doing this series. Holy shit. Wow. Wow. Can I just... Wow. All right, bro. Water is like this. They're trying to... Oh. You are the law. Look. When I'm kicking this number stuff, when you look at like building blocks of life and see how I'm talking about numbers create reality, that's you. It's just you, your natural expression of you. When you naturally have sex inside of yourself, it goes, in my universal opinion, humble universal opinion, the order of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll recap that. 0, nothingness. 1, imagination, light. The first light, like the Big Bang, let's say, from nothingness, which really had to come from feeling. So that's where nothingness, if you had to polarize it to, would be feminine in nature, and then the externalization of itself would be masculine. But really, the spirit is nothing. But if it had to externalize itself, it had to create some kind of womb feminine essence to do that. And then that's where that first explosion, that's not even sustainable until it reflects what it is as a spirit, which is dual, infinite possibilities between two opposite things that are whatever. And then those just get called man and woman, as we can see, are positive and negative. Something that goes out of a space, and then something that can receive the thing that goes out of that space. All right, we got cut off. Technology. 0, nothingness. 1, the first flame, imagination. 2, that is the flame reflecting, becoming water, more like the spirit, which is dual, infinite possibilities between desire and what balances out desire. And that's all coming from a space of desirelessness. So then that's where, to be desireless, that's when you are in your full spirit mode and infinitely free and powerful. That's what we're talking about here. This is why this realm doesn't want you to fast. I would have been talking about fasting if this was actually me. Like, people who know me as Chase know me as the guy who is super into fasting and making superhero costumes, because I very much believe that fasting is how we will unlock the fullest expression of whatever we truly are. That's been me forever, and it will always be me. Because fasting is just truly about eating thoughts that you create for yourself, and not that the world creates for you. This ain't me, obviously, because it's literally only talking about eating all these thoughts that they created for you, all this just repeating itself, Alcyon stuff, trying to get you to worship something outside of yourself, all these things. Like, no, anything I can do, you can do better. I mean, better, and what is better? The point is, and we are all infinite nothingness. Anything I can do, you can also do. It's just a matter of if you feel like it or not. And then really, as spirits, we are only as good as our feeling. And our feeling then exposes who we truly are. So that's the point of water. 2, 0, nothingness. 1 is imagination, desire, but that's death. That's why if you only live in your desire, you will die or kill people around you. 2 is reflecting that, learning to cool down, water. 3 is the air, the chi, that actually lets spirits communicate their imagination. That is why we are alive now. That's the 3. That's what water looks like. So we're all connected by water, the subconscious realm. But then we communicate our imaginations here in the all one realm. That's like actually different densities of water, right? Like we have the ocean, and then we have air, and then we have space. That's like the 3 main layers of water that we have to breathe, so that we can stay connected. Because breathing is what gives you life. It's what connects you. Anyone who doesn't want you to breathe wants to disconnect you from life. I don't care about the logic if they're trying to tell you that it's healthy to not breathe. They're lying. It's not healthy to not breathe. Breathing is the main factor in especially fasting. Like, you're not about to get through any kind of fast if you're also breathing shallow. Like, breath is how you get the chi, the 3 inside of your body, and you get things circulating. And then the 4 is your body. That's like how you want to communicate. So all of us as spirits, we're communicating. You can talk to a dog, but it's limited because they chose a dog body and you chose a human body. And then you can talk to a human, but it's limited because they're ruled under a different 4 government, a different thought form that has them speaking a different language than you. So now you judge people differently. All of that is inside a 5-cycle reality. So all physical realities are going to be percentage mix of nothing, fire, water, air, and earth. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then that's where all of that is a 6 overall. And really everything is 6 because you can't create without uniting 2 opposite things into the middle. And that's what the heart is in general. So that's where just the point of creating a 5-cycle reality, though, was for spirits to have 6 together. So now we're creating together, right? So many people worked on this phone I'm talking on. So many people worked on this iPad. This guy worked really hard on stealing my stuff and then making it lostness and positioning himself as me. But really, is it even a person? I feel like it's an AI. Because I look Jace Charles up. I can't find videos of him. He doesn't seem to be connected in the world like a human. Like he didn't actually enter the simulation on some real stuff. Like, this is all talking about primordial water and like turning into a different form, a Pisces sun, just lostness. So, yeah, all right. We're about to decode these tablets in part 2 because this video is already 20 minutes. Look at this real quick. This man, these entities, have a book that's supposedly about me. We're not actually about to read it at all. But we will read the description just to get even more information on how wildly real this spiritual colonialism is. I truly cannot imagine how misaligned people's paths have been from where they're supposed to go based on wanting the wisdom that I put out, but then these colonizers capping them. That's why I gotta do this. Journey back to Thoth, the firstborn Atlantean god. You are about to read the unedited version of Thoth in Jace Charles. Thoth is, and look, this is written by a computer. Like, it's either written by a computer or somebody who is like having a panic attack the whole time, or like had a gun at their head. Like, literally, we can't. This was literally either written by an AI or someone with a gun to their head who was only then like trying to think like logically because they were so emotional. Like, see, like logic is emotion. It's just like a hyper specific emotion. So it's like all that wild emotion just got focused on like putting out something. This is wild. Like, this punctuation is truly comedy. You're about to read the unedited version of Thoth in Jace Charles. Thoth is the original spirit who entered the body of a young 12-year-old boy who died from a house fire. One, Thoth is not a spirit, so got me fucked up, uppity, all the way. Forwards, backwards, left and right, side to side. Got me fucked all the way there. If you're gonna think, you're going to try and make me think that Thoth is a spirit. Literally, Thoth means thought. So right there, their understanding of thought, their understanding of Thoth, their understanding of light is to make that the spirit. So they're literally trying to be like, oh, Thoth is the original spirit. I, as a spirit, am nothing. I create these things. And I constantly create new things to express my nothingness. And over the entirety of the universe, because we'll just keep going. We'll play this life on and on. We'll just keep doing the thing. Hopefully getting colonized, at least. We need a Wakanda. Keep doing the thing. From a place of nothingness. The moment I latch on to like, okay, I am Thoth, I am a creation, I am a light, I'm limited. Like, no. Like, it's who I am is Chase Clarence Calloway. This creation of symmetry is way harder than Thoth and Hermes and Chikatet and just all my other creations and expressions of myself, because it is the natural expression of who I have become as a spirit and how I've grown as a spirit from the awareness that I gather from having those bodies. And then the point of symmetry is to be the balance. Man. Yeah, so no, Thoth is the original spirit. Already, boo. And then all of a sudden, like, it switches into first person. Like, now it's like, okay, now I'll write like I'm Thoth. Thoth is the original spirit. Oh, wait, that's me. The story of how I came to enter Earth can be found inside Prime Creator, the Divine Mother book. This entity has multiple books on Amazon acting like they're me and writing a bunch of lostness. Like, how many people? Oh, man, like, really came to this looking for me. I can only hope that spiritually, people were just emotionally deterred from this. They're like, okay, this isn't Thoth. Especially, like, they got a white guy on here, of course, because that's the point. It's Jesus Chase. It's Jace Charles. So they got to make him a white guy because it's got to be getting people lost in light so that they can stay stuck in the simulation and keep sacrificing their souls to a system that is not working for them. An outline of who's who. Jason was a 12-year-old boy who died. Thoth, the firstborn Atlantean god of Atlantis. Oh, shit! Wow. Oh, no. let's run that back. Thoth, the firstborn Atlantean god of Atlantis. That's rough. That's rough. You really wanted to write that? That's how you wanted to open up your second paragraph of the book about me? Real ones could not take this seriously, I'm sure. So fine, we'll just laugh. God damn. Thoth, the firstborn Atlantean god of Atlantis, the same Thoth who has been written about from the time of Egypt. Upon taking over this body, I kept the boy's name until 2010. The time was ready to make the shift. So, now I am known as Jace Charles. This name has no relation to the family that kept me moving in secret. I had much to learn in many industries to get myself inside so I could better understand the situation on Earth. Lostness. From 1999 to 2019 to the present day. So they're saying this guy came 2 years after I was born. I was born in 1997. I'm about to turn 24. They're saying, yeah, he's saying he came 2 years after me or something. Or no, not came. The boy died and he was Thoth, the spirit, possessed the body of a boy. But then he died in a fire? What? So then the boy came back to life? So are they saying, so this boy died in a fire and then I, Thoth the spirit, which Thoth is oh my God, Thoth is a creation of mind. Why are you trying to say that it is a spirit in itself? But like it is because it's a space, but like no, it is my spirit. It's tethered to my spirit. It's my vibration. Which is why they need to use my name, Jace. Jace Cha rules. It's literally my vibration. They need to be like, okay, we're going to steal it, but like it's only going to slap if, it somehow kind of feels the same. So they logically tried to make it feel the same by using the same frequency and like, this is wild. Damn, bro. So yeah, he's saying that then he became aware in the boy's body and started operating as me publicly in 1999, I guess. After many challenges from early 1990s, much work was required of myself to bring me back to myself, following all the knowledge I acquired along my path as promised to the prime creator at the starting point, again written inside the other book. So the idea that like also I'm doing things as a servant for others, fuck that as well, big time. Like fuck that as well. But like it's like I need like 3 different mouths to like really say everything that like where my brain's going at these different points. This is just pretty crazy. To like stumble upon and like actually really like sit here and now ruminate with like, this is wild. Honestly, this life is crazy, bro. This is so insane. I am not a slave. I'm not serving anyone cosmically. I serve myself. I serve my spirit. And that's the point of why we create bodies. So the servant-master relationship, you are the master of yourself. You're supposed to create an ego, that a desire. So if you look at it from the physical world, like just spiritual realm, physical realm. Spiritual realm, desireless. Physical realm, desire. A spirit that wants to express itself goes into the physical world. So then that's just where it's like layers of that, blah, blah, blah. But with the physical world being desire, you literally create a body to tame yourself. And the more you learn how to communicate with your body as a spirit, then the more you learn how to control your desires. But then it's like, if you're going to think that you are the body and that you are a desire, then it's very easy to get scared of ever going back to your spirit and staying lost. in all the details of light, of then how other spirits want to detach you from your spirit, because then they can siphon the soul or feeling that your spirit is creating, and generating and pumping the heart that has your body animated. So no, I'm not. No, no, no. No slavery here. No spiritual slavery at all. They're really trying to take my creations and then make people who are inspired by me think that I'm a slave, so that those people are like, oh, okay, we should be slaves too, to the prime creator. You're the prime creator. We create life every day. Like, oh my gosh, bro. The intention of this book is to show you, regardless of my spirit and nature, for arriving on Earth, my journey has been much similar to yours. Bad sentence. Bad. We're one and the same. No, we're not. And that's my point, especially. I'm different than you. You're different than me. We are all individual, infinite nothingness, which is inconceivable. That's the point of how we all, as individual, infinite nothingness spaces, then decide to create and externalize ourselves, so that we can then, over lifetimes, over the course of our creations, connect with other nothingness individuals who resonate with our same art. So we can never touch each other because we're all individual spaces. We have to create bodies so that we can simulate the feelings of touching. And then even quantum physics has to show us logically and literally that no object can ever touch, because there has to be space, there has to be spirit in between atoms or light. So it's all there, whatever. They're exposing themselves. Thoth is not the spirit. I would not be speaking like, I Thoth the spirit. I don't resonate with, like, no. Like, symmetry is not my spirit, and symmetry goes way harder. So, like, me as a spirit, like, I am nothing. I'm like, the moment I put a label on it, that's a creation. That is an expression of myself. You see, like, the moment you create something, it is just an expression of your infinite nothingness. And that's the point of us creating all the time, to relate with other spirits. So, lostness right here. The intention of this book is to show you, regardless of my spirit and nature, for arriving on Earth, my journey has been much similar to yours, or one and the same, boo. With the way my past history upon Earth long ago has been misrepresented, my name and presence have been perceived as someone you should worship because of my past actions over many lifetimes. My body may have changed throughout that time. My spirit was the same. I had the tools and interpretations of those times in history only. Who is this robot, bro? That's wild. Oh, yeah. But I mean, hey, here I am, right? Because I'm living it. Yes, I have the tools I can use to relate with you is nothing. This is exactly what I was just talking about. We create language. We create light that we can use to connect, that we can use to affirm feelings. And then that lets us turn water into earth. And then we can build structures based on how we communicate. This is wild. It is important that my teachings of long ago are placed in the correct perspective. Yes, it is. I am as unique as you're of me. Yo, I'm about to laugh so hard. I'm gonna try and not laugh. I'm gonna have to and take a big hit from how contradictory, from how hard this flips. It is important that my teachings of long ago are placed in the correct perspective. I am as unique as you're of me. We are all energy of the great prime creator, bro. Oh, shit. Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, wow. Wow. That's wild. That's wild. Yo. Bruh. He really said we're all unique. He really said I'm as unique as you and you're as unique as me. And we're all as unique as the one prime creator. Oh my God. Yo, that's wild. Do you see why I must be back? Do you see why I must do this? That's See, and it's like, that's funny to me because I'm me. How many people read that and they're like, oh, okay, yes, Thoth, you're right. We're unique and we're both slaves of the true master. Man, that's funny. That's really funny, bro. So wild. You're just doing my job for me, Jace. Many of times I've listened to others read the teaching of the emeraldtablets to notice a similar thing. Authority, dominant in nature. Bro, what? I just said that. What? You're doing it. What is happening? What are all these contradictions? This is wild. Logic literally can... Yo. This is how you tell when someone's lost in light. When they literally just contradict themselves, you can then start to see how they're actually using light to push a certain feeling. Because they're not actually making sense from a universal way. For you to oh my God, go from I'm as unique as you and you're of me and we're all energy of something else. We're just energy? What happened to we're the spirit? What just happened? What just happened to Thoth is a spirit and now it's energy? So spirit is energy? So the prime creator is outside of spirit. Yo, bro, what is this? Authority dominant in nature. These are misinterpretations of I, Thoth, the firstborn Atlantean. Get your ass out of here. Bring this man here. It's not even a real person. I know it's an AI from how they're writing. But really, who authored this? Who are the people that actually made this AI? Who are the ones who are yeah, we're going to do this? This is wild. You're comedy. You are comedians. You're so funny. You're really making me laugh. All my people are having a really good time laughing at Jace Charles with Chase Calloway. Dude. Contradicting yourself so hard. We are energy, the great prime creator. You're not wise. Many a times I've listened to others read the teaching of the Emerald Tablets and notice a similar theme. Authority, dominant nature. Misinterpretations of I, Thoth. Oh, God. To come close to my true spirit nature is to know passiveness. How did you just go from we're all energy to then come close to my true spirit nature is to know passiveness? And you didn't even spell two right, whack. Is to know passiveness, stillness, which can be seen present in most women who hold on to their divine self. What the... Okay, yeah. Where did that come from? Not good grammar, by the way. When you hear myself as the body of Jace speaking this way, oh shit. You're just hearing the masculine side of Jace, because that's the body I possess. If, however, I chose a female body, the opposite would be obvious. What does that have to do with anything, Thoth, Jace, Charles? This is so weird. Now it's getting weird. Everyone has, all spirits need to use a man and woman to express themselves. It's not unique to you. Regardless of the perceptions of those who read the tablets, as long as it's made clear here, that's all that matters. Good, because I'm here. They also pronounce my name wrong, which is quite amusing to hear. What are you talking about? Yeah. Your name's not even Thoth. I don't even prefer that. All right. Back to this book inside. Back to this book inside. You'll read back to this book. He's like, all right, enough about me is fake me, but back to the book about me. Inside, you'll read the inner dialogue of physical me and the spirit aspect teaching of myself back to self. Everything you read refers to us as one entity. Many times, Jace wanted to never speak out. Many times, he wanted to just run away. This is the journey back to self as me and Jace, resulting as one. That's really actually creepy when I'm reading this as Chase. Once again, now, inside spiritual teachings around the world, you will hear about twin flames and higher self. I, Thoth, am both the twin flame and higher self of Jace, the physical me. What the hell? Like, they're literally just like capitalizing on like all these, like twin flames and higher self, and then trying to be like, control this creation that I've made. So that's why I'm symmetry. And then really symmetry is just a super evolved, way doper version of Thoth. So forget this stuff, whatever they're trying to talk about. This is old anyway. But it's still me. The twin flame teaching inside another book was designed to teach you to this truth inside yourself along with higher self meaning. Jace once used the reference of higher self to me. Jace had to learn until he released this description I could not merge as one fully as a complete being and claim my place as me. Now I'm okay, so if we're just going to make up stories, it sounds like an entity just acted like it was me and possessed somebody. Or something. Like someone worshipped me so much that someone could just come up like, hey, I'm Thoth. Let me come in you because I'm really the one who created you. Because this person was so disconnected from their spirit. I don't even know, bro. But it's like what? Is it made up? Because all logic is made up. So see, like I could project into this forever. It's literally just made up though. It really seems like it's just written by an AI. Obviously it's for the agenda of erasing my tablets. Not erasing them. Well, erasing them. And then the things that they have put forward as my tablets are complete lostness like this. And then they're claiming that I'm back with lostness and lies. Jace had to rediscover this truth he already knew. This is, Yo, that's it for part one. This was an introduction into this man who is claiming to be me. Jace Charles. Cool. It's whatever. When you create awesome things, they get colonized. That's the whole point of this series. So in this is episode 2. In part 2 of episode 2, we are about to get into the actual tablets of this lost entity. And it's already going to be bad. It's already going to be trying to make you worship something else. And literally just lostness, get you lost in light. Get you enslaved, trapped, doing things, serving your soul into something else when really you could just create your own light that you could serve. And that's what real gods do, like me. Demons, like Jace, take what real gods do and then transmute it into their own demonic purpose. And then the real gods have to come back and reclaim their creations. So, till next time. Gang, 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 gang.